Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Myself Gagan, currently pursuing second year in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Today we are going to discuss about operating system in Mac OS from the subject operating system course code 21CS44. We are going to discuss about what is operating system, what is Mac OS, versions of Mac OS, advantages of Mac OS, disadvantages of Mac OS, features of a Mac OS, applications and tools of Mac OS. What is operating system? Operating system can be defined as interface between the user and hardware. It is responsible for the execution of all processes and resource allocation, CPU management, file management, and many other tasks. The purpose of operating system is to provide the environment in which the user can execute programs in convenient and efficient manner. These are the various types of operating system, that is Android OS, Apple iOS, MS Windows, Mac OS, and etc. What is Mac OS? Mac OS is a computer operating system for Apple desktops and laptops. It is an proprietary graphical OS that powers every Mac. OS interacts with computer hardware, allocating the resources necessary to complete the task given to it. For example, running an application, OS allocates resources including memory, processing power, and file storage. Mac OS performance is generally quick and responsive due to the OS being optimized for specific hardware. Apple releases new versions of Mac OS approximately every year. Mac OS was introduced in 1984 to run the personal computers. The OS helped to make the graphical user interface popular, even inspiring the Microsoft to move away from its user input method in the favor of using GUIs for Windows OS. Mac OS versions. Mac OS is a 12 monetary is the 18th major OS releases for the Mac OS. The following is the list of each major Mac OS releases after OS X and its latest versions. These are the versions of Mac OS. First one, Mac OS X 10.0. It was introduced in March 24, 2001. The Aqua interface is born with Mac OS X Cheetah. It's a big step for evolution of graphical interface with 2D and 3D graphical support, granting an all-new visual experience. Mac OS X 10.1. It was introduced in September 25, 2001. As you might have noticed, the first generation of Apple operating systems was named after animals. Puma arrived with solid performance boost and few other functional improvements such as simplified CD and DVD burning and new features in Finder and more extensive printer support. Mac OS X 10.2 Jaguar. It was introduced in August 23, 2022. The third release of Mac OS added to such the Finder. Jaguar also brings MPEG-4 support for QuickTime, a range of privacy features, and for the first time accessibility of API called Universal Access. Some of the apps born with the release continue living on the Mac every day. Mac OS X 10.3 Panther. It was released in October 24, 2023. Met Safari, the first official web browser made by Apple, replaces the Internet Explorer on a Mac. In fact, the Safari was available on Jaguar, but it's the first release where it becomes as a default browser. Other than the Panther adds 150 plus new features, including font book, Xcode enhancements, and more. Mac OS X 10.4 Tiger. It was introduced in April 29, 2005. With the release of Apple's fifth operating system, Tiger was pretty big update. It features Spotlight Search, Automotor, VoiceOver, and around 200 other improvements. During this timeline, Apple also switched to the Intel processor, which made Tiger the first system of operating on Macs with Intel chips. Mac OS X 10.5 Leopard. It was introduced in October 26, 2007. Here comes Leopard, one of the most Mac changing systems. This time, Mac's desktop changes significantly with the dock of new menu bar and stacks and time machine on Spotlight, an enhancement and support of 64 bits app arrivals too. In fact, the Leopard featured too much new stuff that Apple even had to delay the initial release date of to finish it all in time. OS X 10.10 Yosemite. It was released in October 16, 2014, the biggest redesign in years, from small things like thin fonts and new color scheme to the big shift towards the flat graphic design, which better matches the design of iOS. What's more, Yosemite introduces hands-off and continuity. This once again confirms the Apple intention to craft a better cross-device to experience in the future. Mac OS X 10.6 Snow Leopard. It was released in August 28, 2009. Leopard's successor, Snow Leopard, focused on expanding 64-bit architecture. Most of the native applications were rewritten in 64 back then. Experts used to say that was the first step of full transaction, which we knew today, and became true also. The App Store was born in Snow Leopard era. Mac OS features. Mac OS offers numerous features and applications that enable a different task for end users. This including the following: media features, using and watch and listen and read the content using applications like music, TV, podcast, and books and photos. Creativity based features. Applications such as Photos, GarageBand, and iMovie enables the user to view and edit and creative media. The individual can use applications such as Pages and Keynote to work the graphics tools. Communication features. User can communicate with others using texting, visual audio, and applications such as mail and message in the FaceTime. Organization features. These help the user to find the notes and other content using applications like notes, reminders, calendars, voice memos, and contacts. Accessibility features. Several assistive tools can help users with disabilities such as voiceover, accessibility, keyboard, and text-to-speech. Compatibility features. User can transfer the Windows-based files and others data from Windows PC to Mac. They can also run the Microsoft Office or even Windows on the Mac. Mac OS application and tools. Keynote. Creating stunning presentation with Keynote built to make a full advantage of Mac Apple ecosystem. Photoshop, one of the most popular photo editing tools for Mac OS. This also provides all the necessary tools for editing and retouching. Terminal. Terminal is the most important for programmers, system administrators, and other power users because it enables users to powerful Unix utilities and ability to script respective task. GarageBand. It is allows the user to create its own music. Advantages of Mac OS. Stable OS. It is very stable operating system that has no lag, no bugs, and no error issues with which provides us with a smooth experience with any issues. Faster than other OS. If we talk about the speed of Mac OS is insane and too faster than other OS, boot time, application opening time, and animations all are fast. Longer life. As I said, Mac OS is designed to run the Apple computer. The hardware quality of Apple computer is more premium than other computer manufacturers, so that means Apple's computer has a longer life than the others brand computers. Neat and clean desktop environment. The desktop environment of Mac OS is too beautiful and has a clean and minimal design. Disadvantages of macOS. First one, too expensive. The main disadvantages of macOS are the prices are too much greater than other OS. If I talked about the lowest price of Mac OS is around $1,100 to $1,500. It's just the lowest price of Mac OS. If I talk about the normal price around 2,500 to 5,000, and the supported hardware is also expensive. It has some restrictions and limited apps. In Mac, it has some restrictions like you can't able to install any third application or software in it. You can use only preload apps and software which comes with preload in macOS and use those applications which are available in App Store. Not an ideal choice for gamers. macOS is not ideal choice for gamers as most of the games are available to run in Windows operating system only. The game developers want to make their games for Windows operating system as the market share the Windows OS is much larger than Mac OS. This is why it is not for gamers. Conclusion: Apple's OS is very stable and refined operating system. Apple OS X is on Unix and had years of refinement. It has several security features that prevent unwanted applications from exploiting any of its weaknesses. Currently, OS X has less than 10% of the market share for the computers. OS X benefits from this because there are very few hackers and designed to attack the system. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe. See you in next video. Bye bye. Take care.